Rico and Kayla is about to go live online. Catch All Out Monster hit music, All Out celebrity interviews, All Out showbiz and sports news, All Out fun, an exclusive on the Monster. Catch the stream on the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, and twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Your All Out hosts, Rico Robles and Kayla Rivera. Stand by and enjoy the program.
Today, let's do this, all about it, and we are pretty much excited. Why? Because we have theater royalty.
Yes,
Royalty.
that's right.
We do it in the Philippines. Kayla, you ready?
Yes, I am ready. Are you ready?
Yeah, we are ready, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, there's a play. Opening night is tomorrow for this cast. Tonight, actually. The cast of Rama. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Shiela Valderrama-Martinez and John Mojica.
Woo! Welcome. Good evening. Yeah. So of course we are excited to have you guys. How are you today on this fantastic Friday?
Very excited to be here.
Good.
And we're here despite the traffic.
I know. And I know you guys just came from rehearsals. Was today the TDR?
Yes.
With the orchestra,
With the
yes.
orchestra.
Oh my gosh. And how did that go?
Pretty
Fantastic.
good.
Hold on. What's TDR, guys?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sorry. What's TDR?
Technical dress rehearsal.
Wow. Okay. So you got the technical dress rehearsal. And then it's a live orchestra going on?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
We have the Orchestra of the Filipino Youth.
Wow.
And they are conducted by Toma
Toma
Kayabyab,
Kayabyab.
the son of our national artist Ryan Kayabyab.
Hey, okay.
Who is one of
nice,
the creators
nice.
of the show.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a rerun.
Yes.
Yeah.
From last
Were
year.
you guys were both part of the first run?
Yes, correct.
Last
Okay.
year, yes.
And was that your first time being a part of the show, or because I know it ran many years back as
Yes.
well? Were you
Well,
guys also a part
This
of that?
is actually the sixth
Iteration, yeah.
of the material.
Mhm.
But last year
Mhm.
is the first time I actually did the show
Mhm.
because we were supposed to do this 2020, but then a week before opening,
Pandemic
pandemic
hit.
happened,
Yeah.
so that
Mhm.
didn't push through. And then 3 years later, 3 or 4.
Here we are.
Yeah, here we are. And then
For the second time. For the
yes,
second
for the
time.
second time. But we ran it last year, September, and then we're back
Yep.
today.
Which is a good thing because
Yes, it is,
when
it
it's a rerun, when they're running it again, people are clamoring for the
Yes,
play.
yes.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
There was quite a clamor for it last year. So
Yes.
that's why we have this now.
Nice.
Hey, okay. So okay, now that it's this rerun, is there anything different? Was there anything that was changed for this run?
Okay, so for this one, we have some new cast members,
Mm.
and this time we're all doing the shows at the Samsung Performing Arts Theater. Because before we did one weekend at the Met and then one weekend at Samsung. This time we're doing it all there.
Mm.
And on the 23rd evening, that's the show where Mr. C, Ryan Kayab, national
Mhm.
artist Ryan Kayab, is going to conduct the show.
Oh wow.
So is there more pressure if it's Mr. C that's gonna be conducting like for you guys? I mean, I know you guys are like pros and vets at all this, but it's Mr. C.
I'm more excited
Yeah.
That's
you know,
true. That's true.
than anything because
Uh.
I mean, who gets the chance to do that? That one of the creators of the show will be
Mhm.
conducting the show on that night you're performing. So
Mhm.
it's like historical.
Do you
Yeah.
do extra? Ano para bang, uy, extra galing ako. Or all performance,
You
magaling.
should do it all the time.
Yeah. True. Okay, I want to find out though, like, what is the experience working with national artist Ryan Kayab? Like, just in general, how is it working with him?
Oh my God, it has been quite an experience, and not just Ryan Kabyab. We also have national artist for dance,
Mhm.
Alice Reyes. So I'll put it in now that this is by 5 national artists.
Mhm.
Right.
You have Badong Bernal for costume and stage design. You have Ryan Kabyab for music.
Bienvenido Lombera for literature and
Right.
Rolando Tino for the
For the English.
English translation because we
Translation.
have translations.
And
It's
that's-
really deep Tagalog.
You guys have I'm sorry, I'm enlightened by this because when I watched last year, I was lost because it's
so
deep.
that is the change now. We have
have-
LED boards
Yeah,
with
with the translation with the Rolando Tino translation.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
and also they're using the sets from the original 80s production.
Oh
wow.
Because they've been eliminating some, modernizing some. This is the actual set from the 80s version.
for the first production of
Uy,
Mhm.
galing ah.
Amazing.
It's
Even
a nos-
costumes, yeah. They
Even the
preserved
costume
everything,
from
yeah.
the 80s as
Ano
well.
pa- the
the
design.
design.
The
Ah,
design.
Akala ko
yeah.
from the 80s.
The design.
Hinukay pa sa baul.
But working with national artists is definitely such an honor. I mean,
Mm.
you don't really get that chance. I'm so lucky that I have that in my lifetime, that I get to work
Yeah.
with them collaboratively in this show.
Mhm. And the
Yeah.
attention to detail is
Yes.
crazy.
Mhm.
And Mr. C wrote this in his 20s.
Mhm.
And now it's his son conducting. So it's
Yeah.
like a full circle moment for him. Miss Alice is with the ARDP, the
Mhm.
This is
Alice Reyes
produced
Dance
by Alice
Philippines.
Reyes,
Yeah.
Dance
Um,
Philippines.
They're amazing. The commitment is of a different level.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you have no choice but to really give
Tsaka
because of them.
yung ano no, yung to a point that we're not working with one national artist too. Dude, we're working with 5.
Yeah.
Well, 2 of them are still alive, so
Yep.
that's a great thing.
Right?
And to do
Mhm.
something that's been done by 5 national artists, it's one for the books. That's
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, it
Pang-
is.
Pang national artist na rin kayo. Di ba?
Yeah.
Ang galing.
True.
N-A kami, N-A/A.
Yeah.
Applicable, okay.
Yeah, di ba?
I mean, okay, so like, at your guys' level of experience, you're veterans. What is it that you've learned from this production, from doing this, with the national artists?
They're very. It's not, when you work with someone with that stature, you normally get really scared and
Mhm.
apprehensive, but
Mhm.
they're the warmest, most
Yeah.
supportive people,
Mhm.
and very, very generous. And you learn something from that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That kind of attitude towards work. They're very committed. They're very strict, but you have this warmth and generosity and brilliance. You see them,
Mhm.
at work, and you take that with you.
Mhm.
It's very special.
Right. And even at
Mm.
their most accessible, I think you do not forget that they're brilliant because like every single second is they're emanating something.
Mm-mm.
And when you see them at work, the littlest, the tiniest things they will be tweaking or whatever. It's really brilliant. So the experience has been nothing short of awesome, really.
Mhm.
Talaga yung attention to detail,
Mhm.
right? It's that what makes them national artists that they are.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Um,
it's
They
the
have a lot
message.
of contribution to the arts in the
Mm.
Philippines.
True.
And
It's based on
they're-
work, right?
yeah.
National artists are based on work. So
Yeah.
but really it's the concept. I mean, at 20 plus you write an epic, something like this. It's based on an Asian epic.
Mhm.
And they made it very, very Filipino. And with all the elements, with the I don't want to give everything out, but with everything that's happening, I was watching the TDR last night in
Mhm.
costume. I barely had photos. I've seen it a million times during rehearsal, but I was just in awe of what was happening in front. We cannot wait to share the experience with everybody,
And
basically.
it's
Yeah.
really such a treat for everybody
Yes.
because, I mean, this is like a combination of musical theater, and you have the ballet,
Yeah.
and then you have live orchestra, who are, by the way, scholars and kids.
Yep.
Galing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
and they're amazing.
Uh-huh.
So it's a combination of all of these things that you don't normally see.
Mhm.
Alright, so,
Yeah.
for those that are tuning in, we have, of course, Shiela Valderrama-Martinez and John Mojica. They are part of the play Rama, which is having this opening night tonight.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's going to have a run. We're going to play y'all a video online. If you guys are watching, I'm waving at you at the camera. We're going to play a video on air as well. We'll probably get a snippet of it, and then we'll tell y'all where to get the tickets, where you could buy the tickets and watch a show. Just watch this. So there you go. That's the info for, of course, the wonderful, wonderful play, which is happening. It's opening run today.
That's right,
Until
yeah.
when?
Okay, so we open today at the Samsung Performing Arts Theater.
Mhm.
So we have this weekend, 16, 17, and 18. And next weekend, 23, 24, and 25.
Mhm.
You can get your tickets at Ticket World, 891-9999, or www.ticketworld.com.ph.
Yes.
Yes.
Or if you know any of the cast members, you can go and approach them so that they can get tickets for you.
Correct.
Uy,
Mhm.
galing.
The connections.
Gotta watch.
Yes,
Jeez.
of course, of
Right,
course.
right. Now, here on the show, we do have, of course, all out random questions. We ask you guys fun, random questions as far as anything goes. All right. So for you guys, what was the very first play that you felt na parang ninenervyos kayo? Na parang bang, okay.
For me, I usually get nervous in every production. I mentioned earlier when I was talking to KK. I mean, you cannot lose that.
Mhm.
Otherwise, I think the quality of your performance is not going to be in that level. But yeah, I get nervous in every production. Not to the point where you're so overwhelmed that you can't function anymore, of course. But like the jitters and excitement and yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
Learn something new.
Mhm. Or say, because it is a play,
Uh-huh.
so you can play. So that's what's fun about it. But once you realize what kind of responsibility you have in telling this story, I think that's what gets you. Or if it's a musical, because you're thinking about your voice, etc. It's not just a straight play where you, although that's different. Those are lines,
Mhm.
so it's very different. So it's different for everybody.
So
But
tsaka make sure hindi ka pipiyok. Ganun, right?
Yun din, that you're warmed up vocally. For the dancers, it's their bodies, etc.
Galing.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. This is like me firsthand seeing 3 theater people in front of me. And
That's
just,
true.
discussing the details, the fine details of this. So,
Yeah.
my goodness.
Okay, and then for me, I want to ask. I mean, of course, we recognize you guys are veterans. You're where you're at. We watched you, and we're just like, this looks effortless for you guys. But what advice could you give to those that are young, that are just watching you and inspired? What advice can you give them if they want to get into it?
Well,
And
they
like,
better work hard because it's not easy. You have to
Mhm.
work on your craft.
Yeah.
Take as much lessons as possible. Practice until you pass out. Just practicing.
yeah.
So, pag kayo wala kayong play, do you practice like different pieces?
Well, we normally always have a production, or if not, we have events.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So, thankfully, we're grateful that we're always
There are corporate
working
shows, yeah,
and doing the stuff that we love to do.
Right.
We still get to sing and so
You
there's
guys are
that.
great.
And aside from that, like I work, for instance,
Uh-huh.
I have a corporate job, so this is also something that just breaks that for me.
Mhm.
So there,
It's always, it's always a blessing to return to what we're really passionate about.
yeah.
Yeah.
But going back to your question, I think Sheila's viewpoint is different, but for me, it's really throw yourself out there because they'll never know that you exist,
Mhm.
right, Shields?
Mhm.
Because she's been pushing me. I'm
Mhm.
like, maybe I can't do it. Maybe you just have to show yourself, and they have to know that you're there.
Yeah.
Because who knows? You have a golden voice, or your talent is rare,
Mhm.
and they will never find out if you don't try out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. And at the same time, like, people might be a little older, I'm not saying you are, but just I've had people approach me that are like, I did it in school, but I feel like the time has already passed. But it's like, if you just audition, sometimes there's a role that's for you.
Yep.
Yes.
Ako yun nagtatanong kay Kayla.
Oh, okay.
Kayla, pwede ba sa mga panahon na to?
Yeah.
It's
Naman.
not too late. I
Yes,
mean,
yes.
you can perform as young and as old. It
Right.
doesn't really matter. I mean, there's a role for everybody,
Yeah.
So
and
learn
if that's your
something.
passion, go for it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Watch out, world.
Watch out, world.
Ready.
Yeah.
Anong
Ready
production
na.
yan ulit? Matawagan. But thank you guys for taking time to join us here on the show. Thank you for,
Thank you for having us.
Thank
You
you.
do.
Thank
very
you.
much.
cannot wait for the run for this to, of course. And how many months again?
No,
Oh,
just
just
2
2
weekends.
weekends.
Just
2 weekends.
two
Yes.
weekends.
It's a very
And I'd
limited
like to
run.
mention that we are also joined by many other cast members.
Mhm.
Like I play Sita, but Karil is also playing Sita, and Nika Tupas. We're alternating, the three of us.
Mhm.
And then the Ramas are played by Arman
Arman
Ferrer
Ferrer.
and Vian King.
Mhm.
And then we have Audie Himora, who plays the Sarata.
And then we have Ravana, which is my role, which is played also by Papart Bernadas.
Mm.
And then we have Katrine and
Katrine Sunga, Mia Canton, Marinor, Madami sila, and Raflesha Bravo, who are
Yes.
playing Kai Kei and Sir Panaka.
Yes, we play dual roles. And by the way, to all those who are watching, the dancers are Rama and Sita, for instance,
Mm.
and then the singers are also Rama and Sita.
Mhm.
Yes.
Wow. So they
we
are
have
singing.
dancer and singer counterparts. And we have the Lakshmanas, who are Pao Castillo and John Abella.
Yes, there you
That
go.
rounds up the cast.
And of
That's
course,
amazing.
the ARDP dancers
Yes.
who
Yes.
are dancing the Ramas and Sitas in all the different roles while we sing them. So we give voices to their movements.
Yeah.
It's very
Galing,
interesting.
galing.
You should watch it.
It
Everybody
is.
should watch it.
It's a feast. I mean, it's a feast for the eyes, for everything. I mean, you're hearing, you're seeing, you're just experiencing everything.
It
So
is.
kung
So-
kailangan yung bumawi sa jowa niyo sa Valentine's, ito na yun.
Yun.
Actually,
Time.
yeah.
True.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, it's National Arts Month,
It is.
Yes.
right?
It is.
So perfect. I mean, it's starting up today, and you can have your chance to experience National Arts Month. What better way to spend it than in the theater?
Yes,
So
and support your own.
yes,
Right,
true. Yeah,
Ticket World is the way to go.
yeah.
That's it.
You
True.
just gotta holler.
You just have to holler.
That's
Yeah.
what it's all about. Now, I have one more question for you guys. What was that one advice that somebody gave you when you guys were starting up to now that you use in theater?
Oh, advice?
Yeah. Who
Well,
was it from and what was the advice?
Tita Baby Barredo would always tell me to always work hard and practice. That's why that's the same thing I say. Work hard and practice.
And then from Ron Kapinding, one of my directors before, when you're a background character, you have to have your own business. And whether you are the lead or the background character, if you do not leave in Tagalog, pag hindi ka lumabas ng pagod ka, kulang yon.
Mm.
So you go out, whether you're still or whatever, if you're very tired, and I live by that until now.
So,
Mm.
Kayla, magpakapagod ka.
True. If you're not sweating, if you're not feeling tired,
Yes.
mali. Mali.
Give your all. But thank you guys. for
Thank
so
you.
much for having us.
Thank you. Thank
You
you.
got greetings before we, let y'all go?
Yeah.
And
Any
We'd
friends or
like to
family that
greet
are
the
tuning?
cast, a happy opening
happy
night.
opening night.
Yes.
Woo!
Break a leg.
Yes, break legs, everybody, and we'd like to thank everybody who have bought their tickets, and we'd like to invite those who have not bought their tickets yet because it's a really great show. So you better
Yes.
watch it.
Mhm.
All right.
And I'm gonna throw in there because I love that there's English subtitles.
Yes.
Yes.
So for
It's
anyone,
for everybody.
exactly. So for
Yes.
anyone that is feeling a little hesitant because maybe the Tagalog's deep, don't worry, there's English subtitles.
Yes.
So
Take it from
excited.
KK, from Kayla.
Si
Yes.
Kayla pala yung translator sa
Yeah.
gilid.
Oh my gosh.
And of course, Sheila, you got greetings?
Oh yes. Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
same
the
Yeah, you
cast.
did.
Okay.
Happy opening to the cast.
Yay.
All right. There
Okay.
you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, let's give it up for the cast of Rama Hari, Shiela Valderrama-Martinez, and John Mojica.
Yes.
Thanks
Break
for having
legs.
us.
Break legs
Thank
tomorrow.
you.
Happy
Thank you.
opening.
Thank you. There you have it. For those that are watching us on air, we still continue. But my name is Rico Robles.
I'm Kayla Rivera.
This has been another Monster exclusive interview. Bye.
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 Okay. Thank you so much.
Monster exclusive interview. Monster exclusive interview. Only from Manila's hottest. Monster